Good morning, everybody. It's time for Friday Fab Five. I'm Tamara Bennett from Southern Adornments Decor, and every Friday morning at 9:30 a.m., I go live and share 5 of my favorite things with you guys. And today is a special edition of Friday Fab Five because today is the last opportunity that you guys have to sign up for our subscription box, the big box of blanks. And so I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 things that are like my favorite things about the big box of blanks. And so we're going to be talking about that. And as you can see, the wall behind me is growing. It's getting a little out of control. I ran out of poster board space. And so now we've got names expanding up and off the poster board. So if you ended up joining last night, I added Myra and Gina, Georgiana, Donna, Dee, Amy, Julie, and Starla to the wall this morning. So some of you guys may see your names up there. And if you can't see your name, I think we did post a picture here on our page a couple days ago. And so you can like zoom in on there and see if you can find your name. It's like hunting for Easter eggs. Good morning, Sheila. Hey, Nicole. Hi, Heather and Deborah. And then we've also got 5 brand new door hanger template designs that I want to share with you all. They are all like summer flower inspired. And so the top left, you see, we've got always bring your own sunshine. And it's like a new take on a sunflower door hanger. The one in the top middle is actually one that a guest taught in our Painters Clubhouse a couple of years ago. And so the little potter, what do you call those things? Planters underneath the greenery there have that, and I'm probably saying this wrong, chinoiserie. It's like saying charcuterie board. I can't say it. Chinoiserie. It's like that Chinese porcelain or like ceramic, whatever, with the blue prints and stuff. So it's got that on there, and it's really neat. And then it's sort of got a farmhouse looking board along the bottom of it. And then on the top right, we've got a sunflower with a ladybug. And at the bottom, we've got your classic like daisy with the word hello. This is, I feel like, one of the most classic door hangers you'll ever see. I've seen some similar to this on Pinterest over the years, and it's just colorful and happy and always looks good on every door. And the bottom right, we've got one that says, keep going, keep growing. So it's kind of inspiring and encouraging. Excuse me. And it's got little daisies all over it. So drop a comment right now and tell me which of these 5 is your favorite. Frogs in my throat this morning. Good morning, Debbie. Hi, Diana. Hey, Linda. Hey, PC sister Lori. Good morning, Debbie. Which one of these new designs is your favorite? So these new designs, we release 5 new designs every Friday. And so between Friday and Sunday of the new release, the templates, which is the piece that you print out and trace on your own wood or use in your laser cutting machine, if you're cutting your own blanks, those are always 50% off. So those designs that you just saw are 50% off between now and Sunday. But if you're a person who wants to order the wood blanks, the physical pieces to paint at home and not cut your own pieces, those are 15% off. We call those blanks. And so you can find those at shopdoorhangers.com through Sunday on sale. And if you're a Painters Clubhouse sister, don't forget to use your discount code. Thank you, Megan. She said chinoiserie. Chinoiserie. I think that's how I was saying it. But, with my Southern twang, it might have sounded wrong. Who really even knows? Okay, Melanie says the sunflower with the ladybug. Dana says below one is the second favorite. Okay. Sheila says the flower with the polka dots would be so awesome with foils. Ooh, yes, do that. And then send me a picture. Linda said my granddaughter painted the sunflower with the ladybug and she did really good. Now, if you're wondering, how in the world did Linda's granddaughter paint this if we just released these today? Linda must be a Template Club member. Our Template Club subscribers get all of these new designs at the beginning of the month. So she got them June the 1st. And so they get a head start and they get to be able to paint them earlier in the month and they get all of them for one low cost. So if you're interested in the Template Club, you can go check it out. There will be a new bundle for the Template Club dropping on July 1st. But if you were to sign up today, you would be getting that June bundle. Joanne says the planter. Lori says the sunflower. Like I said, just keep in mind that the template for that one in the top middle is already in the Painters Clubhouse. So if you're a Clubhouse member, you can go download that one and watch the video inside the Clubhouse. The other 4 are brand new though. All right. So like I said, today is a special edition of Friday Fab 5 because I'm going to be sharing 5 of my favorite things about the big box of blanks. And if you've never watched a Friday Fab 5 video, I want to kind of like preface this by saying normally it's 5 random things. It might be like, this is my new favorite water cup, or whatever. Or it might be about my glasses or my cute new earrings or random things, which by the way, aren't these adorable? I got them on Temu. So I will be sharing normally 5 of my favorite things that are just completely random with you guys. But because today is the last day to sign up for the big box of blanks, I didn't want to distract from that because that is the most important thing you guys need to know today. The big box of blanks is something we've been doing for a year now, and it comes with 3 door hangers that you can paint for the upcoming months. So here's a sample look at what was in the last box. This box went out April the 1st. So this is not the box you would be getting. The box you would be getting actually has one end of summer and then 2 fall designs in it. But this one went out April the 1st, and it had a truck for probably like Memorial Day or 4th of July. It's got a sand castle and then a home sweet home with strawberries. So you get 3 designs and you get the supply lists to go along with those designs so that you can follow right along with the video and choose your paint colors and all that. And you don't have to try to figure all that out. Judy says, my husband's not wanting me to spend more money for BBB, so I'm a little bummed. I understand, Judy. So let's get to my favorite things. Oh, where are my notes? I wrote these down last night because I was like, I will get so squirrel brained tomorrow and I won't be able to like think of all of them in order. So I did write them down. So we're not going to have to completely go off the cuff here. Okay, number 1, you don't have to try to decide what to paint next. Your big box of blanks designs are tried and true bestsellers and fan favorites. So I don't just randomly choose like a door hanger to throw in these boxes. I hand select these. I look at the ones that sold the best around that time of year. I look at the ones that I've seen tons of pictures submitted from our customers for those designs. So I know that they are like ones you guys love and ones that sell really well. And I also try to like keep with the current trends, right? So I'm not going to pick something that like has already gone out of style. Like for example, sloths were a big deal a few years ago. I never got into the sloth trend. Never really got into the gnome trend either. And I feel like those kind of things are starting to transition their way out. So I wouldn't like put a sloth or a gnome door hanger in your big box of blanks, knowing that that trend is kind of going by the wayside. It's starting to go away. No offense to the sloth or the gnome lovers. Yes, Temu is wonderful. Becky says, do we have to sign up for this on the southernadornaments.com site? So you're going to sign up. I thought I had the link right here handy. Hold up. You're going to sign up at the link up in the video description, but sometimes people have a hard time finding that. So I will drop it right here in the comments for you guys. If I can get back over here. There you go. Becky says, my dad loves sloths and calls himself a sloth. That's funny. Sarah says, I've been painting, but the inside of the house, so I can't wait to do something more fun. After you paint for fun, like door hangers and stuff, painting the walls feels so boring now. I'm like, I'll just pay somebody to do that. And they're like, but aren't you a painter? I'm like, yeah, but I don't do that kind of painting anymore. It's too boring. Kimberly said, I like that they are actually door hangers. It kind of forces me to take the time to do them. I used to download all the templates and never take the time to do them. And now I do one every month. Because let me explain why, or actually we're going to get to that in just a minute. So I will hold up on your comment, Kimberly, because that's like item number 4 on my reasons. So like I said, item number 1 or like reason number 1 is because we're picking bestsellers and fan favorites. These are tried and true designs. You're not going to get something that isn't going to like be popular, or like if you're planning on selling what you paint, these are not going to be ones that don't sell. Number 2 is you can learn new painting techniques for each project. So another thing that I take into consideration when I'm picking the designs to go in each box is, what do I want them to learn next? So like I think, okay, well, in the last box, maybe we taught them about shading or how to paint leopard print. In this next box, maybe I want to teach you about foils or glitter paint or something like that. Or in the April box, we actually taught you about using writer bottles or puff paint, where you have to write with like a little pointed tip like this. And so there's little techniques like that I try to sprinkle into these boxes along the way so that you're continuing to advance your skills. Lauren says, I'm not allowed to paint the walls. JD won't let me. Lauren, I don't understand that. You should totally be allowed to paint the walls. Paint a mural. That's on my bucket list. That does sound fun. I do want to paint a mural, maybe like in Charlie's bedroom or something, but I can't like settle on a concept of what I want to do. So anyway, that's off topic. Number 3, the third favorite thing of mine about the big box of blanks is the savings and the value. And I want you guys to understand this. It's $65 a quarter or $260 for the entire year for 4 boxes. Now, if we break this down door hanger by door hanger, $65 divided by 3 door hangers comes out to roughly $21 and some change, right? If you were to go on our website today and just pick a random 18-inch door hanger with laser etching on it, it would be $24. That's more than the cost of this one individual blank that's in the big box of blanks. And the value is built into the fact that you're getting a printed supply list with the colors that you're going to need, written instructions, and a video tutorial to go along with it. All of that for $21 and change per door hanger. So it's a steal. I mean, I'm getting off topic. I was going to start to go into the thing that Kimberly said, and then I'm like, no, wait, that's coming up in point number 4. Becky says she's got a question. Tamara, if we order the box, is there a way to add more blanks on to get free shipping? Okay, Becky, let me explain why we can't do this. Because we have 400, I think when I checked this morning, we have 430 subscribers for the big box of blanks. Isn't that incredible? But when it comes to packing those boxes, we have to do it assembly line fashion. Like we lay out like 20 boxes on the table at one time, and somebody's job is to go down and put, say, the pumpkin door hanger in each one. And then somebody's job is to go down and put the supply lists in each one. And then somebody's job is to do the paper and the tape. And so adding in any more variables like, oh, wait, Becky also ordered this, throws a wrench into the entire process. And then somebody else might end up getting your stuff and vice versa. And so it's so much simpler if the only things in the big box of blanks are the things that are going in everybody's boxes. And so, unfortunately, we can't package all of that stuff together. But if for some reason you did go on our website and put in your shopping cart the big box of blanks and 3 of our new designs that we released today, our shop is smart enough to see that and charge you for 2 different shippings. So it's going to charge you shipping on big box of blanks and on your other things, because it knows those things are going to ship separately. Yes, shipping is extra, but it's $8.99 flat rate. So no matter where you live in the country, California or whatnot, because we're in Kentucky, it does cost a lot more. It usually costs like $15 for us to ship to California. So we actually kind of lose a little bit of money when we ship to California, but we feel like it's worth it to kind of keep a flat rate and make it affordable for everybody. You're painting a drawer? That sounds like fun. Hey, Ruth. Yes. Okay. Let's see. So we're talking about the savings and the value. It's all packed into the $65 a quarter, $21 and some change per door hanger. And that's getting you a tutorial and a wood piece. Now let's get to the point where Kimberly was talking about a moment ago. I'm going to put her comment back here on the screen so y'all can reread it if you missed it. She was talking about how she used to have all these templates, right? And she was never actually taking the time to paint them. She said, but now that she's a big box of blanks subscriber, she's actually making time to paint one every month. So let's talk about the convenience, which is my favorite thing, number 4 of the big box of blanks. There is no need to have to go and find a design. So for Kimberly, she doesn't have to like sift through all her templates and pick one, because that's kind of hard to do too sometimes. And she doesn't have to like, once you pick one, now you got to print out the template. You got to go trace it on the wood. And I'm not saying that that's bad, because that's what a lot of you guys do. But if you don't have very much time and you just want to sit down and paint something, you need something that's already ready and waiting for you. You don't need to have to think about what you're going to paint, have to go cut it out. And then by the time you get all that done, you're like, I've only got like 30 minutes left. There's no way I'm going to be able to, finish painting and get this painted in that amount of time. So then it probably just gets shuffled to the side and never painted. Or you think about that entire process like Kimberly does before you even go to cut it out. And you're like, that's going to be a lot of work. I wish I could just sit down and paint something, because for a lot of us, the painting part is the fun part. It's not the cutting out and the picking it out and all of that. It's the actually sitting down to paint. So by having the big box of blanks, when you do find time to paint, you're not going to have to find a design or cut it out or wait for one to come in the mail. You'll be able to just grab one out of the big box of blanks, get your supply list, scan the QR code, and get going. And it's a whole lot easier to find time to be creative when you've got everything ready for you. Let's see. Teresa said, good morning. I love getting my big box of blanks. I can't wait for the July box. I'm all caught up. I love the supply list to go shopping to get everything I need. And for the most part, the colors on these supply lists are almost the same month to month. There might only be one or two new colors in the entire that you might need for that entire box over time, especially once you've kind of like had 2 or 3 boxes. You're going to kind of have like this storage or stockpile of paint that you've used on past projects. And if y'all know me, let me kind of show you here. Here is my go-to paint rack right here. Those colors hardly ever change. I don't introduce new colors to it very often, maybe once or twice a year. And so the colors that I use on most of my projects end up being the same colors. And so you're not going to always have to be buying new paint. Hey, Marie. Hi, Melinda. Shannon says, not to mention that they are laser etched, which costs more. Yeah. So the laser etching comes on each one of these. You're not going to have to draw anything. And that, of course, is built into the value also. Teresa agrees with me about the paint colors. How many of you guys are amassing quite a collection of paint? That little rounder I showed you wasn't even the tip of the iceberg. I got a whole wall over there, and like the thing that hangs on the wall normally, the cube behind me, the storage cube, it's sitting over there full of paint, and it holds 81 bottles. Nicole's telling me to be quiet. She says, Tamara, shopping for more and more paint is the most exciting part of all of it. I do love discovering new colors, Nicole, but being the person that teaches you guys, a lot of times I'm like, okay, do we really need another yellow, or do we really need another turquoise? And so sometimes I have to like compare the colors because, I don't know. There's no point in having 2 turquoises that are almost the same. So I try to keep that stuff in mind when I'm picking colors for you guys. Dolores says, I can't wait for my July BBB. I love having everything in the box except for paints, and I usually have all that I need. Oh, that's awesome. Aaliyah Grace, I like that name. She says, I always wanted to paint door hangers. I've painted rounds and I plan to sell them. That's awesome. Yeah, this would be great if you've been wanting to sell door hangers or learn to paint door hangers. Like I said, we build techniques and things into each project, and I pick out the best ones that I know are going to be good sellers for you. So this brings me to my 5th item, our 5th favorite thing about the big box of blanks, and is the fact that you can gift these to other people. If you're like, I have too many door hangers already, said nobody ever. You can gift these. And so if you've got like a birthday coming up or something, you're always going to have like something on hand that you could hand paint for these people. And they're just going to love the fact that you painted it for them. You could also sell these like Aaliyah Grace was talking about. You could paint them and sell them. And then it's like you're painting for free, because let's do the math here, right? Like I said, it's only about $21 and some change per door hanger. 3 door hangers in each box. That's $65. Now, if you sell just 1 door hanger for, let's say, $40, you've almost completely paid for. You've paid for about 2/3 of your big box of blanks. If you sell all 3 of them for $40 a piece, that's $120. You've doubled your money back. And now I'm not encouraging, or like, I guess I am encouraging you to like try to sell one, because I know it boosts your confidence. When you sell a door hanger that you've painted, part of your little soul is like, oh, I wanted to keep that. I really loved it. I was so proud of it. But then there's another part of you that's like, somebody really values my art, and it makes me feel really good to know that they paid money for it, right? And you can always, if you wanted another one just like that, you can always go back on our website and buy another blank just like that. And if you're a Clubhouse member, use your discount code and you can get it on sale. And so don't be afraid to like sell it literally right off your front door to your neighbor or your friend or your sister. Let's see. Donna says, I guess I'm a bit of a hoarder with paint. I'm afraid that I will need that color if I throw it away. Don't throw it away if it's got paint in the bottle. We don't do that. Nicole said, I recently fell off in heavy body paint for canvas. I've never really used heavy body paint, so that's interesting. But yeah, craft paint is so addicting and easy to use. Belinda says, for someone who's busy and works full time, it's not always convenient to cut out our own designs. Exactly. She said, plus I can paint the blanks and then share them for those who may want to buy, and I can then go at that time to cut more to sell. Yeah. So we were talking a little bit about this a moment ago, Belinda, but especially if you're doing this for a business, we rarely ever like find my little weather alerts are coming through. We hardly ever take the time to cut out something to paint just for ourselves, right? Because if you're doing this for a business, especially, we get caught up in, well, if I'm going to be painting, I need to be painting something I can sell. And that's not always the case. Sometimes we need to do it just because it makes us feel good to paint, or because we need something to go on our own front door. I know there were several years where I was doing this as a business that I didn't even have a door hanger on my own front door. And people would be like, how are you the door hanger queen and you don't even have a door hanger on your own front door? I'm like, because I sell them all. They're gone. Like I paint them and they're gone. And so it wasn't until now when I'm like teaching online and I'm not selling my painted door hangers anymore that I actually do have things to hang on my door. So at any given moment, my door hanger may change every day because I'm painting a new one and hanging it on the door and taking a photo, and I'll leave it up there until the next week when I paint a new one. So it changes pretty frequently. Oh, and I didn't even finish the last of my 5th favorite thing about the big box of blanks. So I'm going to reread it. You can give them to others. You can sell them or keep them. And you always have something cute to hang on your front door that you painted. There's just some point of pride when you open that front door and your neighbor is standing on the front porch and they're like, this door hanger is so cute. Where did you get it? And you have that moment where you're like, I painted that myself. And you can kind of like tell them, oh, I painted it. And it just makes you feel so proud to be able to tell them that. So I want you to feel that. Let's see. Joanne says, I never used to mix colors until I followed you. It saves on paints. I wasted so much paint. Joanne, I am trying to keep that in mind. Like lately, like in the last 6 months, I think I've started mixing paints more and more in my videos because it made me realize, I guess, how many of you guys aren't comfortable doing that. And it's totally the easiest way to get the color you're looking for if you don't have it on hand. And so it's an important skill to learn. So I've been building that skill into a lot of our Painters Clubhouse designs that I've been teaching lately. And it's really been challenging for me because my team is like, Tamara, we need you to pick out the colors that you're going to use on the upcoming designs. I'm like, what? Pick out colors like a month in advance? Whoever does that? And so I have to like look at the door hanger and choose the colors that I'm going to use. And when I'm doing that, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. These 3 colors are all like the same color, just lighter or darker. So really I only need maybe 2 colors and I can mix the colors to make the ones in the middle. And so I'm keeping that in mind and trying to teach you guys how to do that. Marie says, I like that idea of having something on hand to paint. Can I add it to my to be painted on a rainy day pile? Absolutely. Yes. Because every now and then we want to paint just because it's fun, not because it has anything to do with our business or whatever. Jen says, I'm afraid if I get my husband will say we don't need it. I take and paint on my time, not his time. Yeah. Our husbands, they may not always understand why we buy all this paint or why we do the things that we do. But they do a lot of things too that sometimes we don't understand. Like my husband but for a while, he was into this thing called disc golf. I don't know if y'all know about disc golf, but it's like throwing Frisbees essentially at like a chain link basket. That's the worst description ever. And there's like 18 holes, just like there is with golf. And you have to stand so far away and try to hit the basket. And I'm like, that sounds like the most boring game ever. And I didn't understand why my husband needed 150 different kinds of discs. He really doesn't. He probably only needed like 10. But he was always like, but this one has a cool print on it. And this one is a certain weight. And like, look, can't you tell the difference by feeling them and holding them? And I'm like, no. And so that's the same way our husbands feel when we hold up 2 different colors of paint and we're like, but I need both of these. And he doesn't understand why. It's like, because this one is like a lighter blue and this one's more of a turquoise, like the husbands don't understand always. And that's okay. but they have their things that are important to them, and we have our things that are important to us. And I think we need to respect that about each other, because it helps. It's like self-care to us, painting is. And playing disc golf is self-care to my husband, because it makes him stop working and actually do something he enjoys doing. Nicole says, my problem is I don't put them on my door because I want them all in my craft room to look at. Yeah, you don't get to look at them if they're on the front door. Nicole says, I think you should make a color wheel available for purchase. That's a good idea. Yeah, there are color wheels on Amazon. I think I shared one as a Friday Fab 5 item in the past. Donna takes hers to work and hangs on her office door. I love that. Great idea. Y'all should be doing that. At least our paints are only 99 cents each. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those disc golf discs were like 15 to 20 bucks a piece. Deborah says, will the designs for the subscription box be a part of the template club so we could cut more of our designs later? So Deborah, these designs in these subscription box are tried and true favorite designs from the past. Like, for example, these three right here are ones that we have released in the past. So these templates and the wood blanks are sold individually on our website. But by buying them through the big box of blanks, not only are you saving money on the blanks, but you're also getting the supply list and the video and everything with it. And so, yes, if you wanted to paint more of that milkshake, you could go on the website and buy the template and cut yourself some more, or you could buy more of that wood blank to paint yourself. And so I threw out this idea for you guys earlier in the week, I believe. Like, if you paint one of these and you hang it on your front door, and several of your friends and family are like, we wish we could paint one too, go on my site, buy like however many people you have, like 10 people, let's say, and you can actually get a bulk pricing discount if you buy 10 or more of something. Buy like 10 of them and have a paint party in your home. And you've already got your sample painted, right? You already know how to do it. You've followed the video. You've already got the printed instructions, because on the back of those supply lists are the written instructions. So you could literally make photocopies of those written instructions, pass them out to everybody at the party, and then you guys all paint it together. So there's another idea for you. So I just showed you these three. And in case you missed it, I did show these photos earlier in the week, but here's a look at what they look like painted, thanks to Tammy H. If any of you guys have time to sit down and take photos of your door hangers, send us pictures like this. This is awesome because we can look at what they looked like before and we can look at what they look like after. And we love seeing your progress and your individual spin that you put on these. I love that she put bows on them. She put sprinkles on the ice cream in the milkshake. So all kinds of different things that kind of give everybody ideas. All right, what other questions do you guys have before we wrap this up? Mary says, that's what I do. Okay, good. That's awesome. So that was my 5 favorite things about the big box of blanks. If you missed it, you can go back and watch the replay. Linda says, I can't afford the big box of blanks. Would you ever consider just selling the 3 instruction sheets? Are you a Painters Clubhouse member, Linda? Because usually Painters Clubhouse members already have links to the videos and the supply lists. And I was thinking you might have been a Clubhouse member. But no, I don't think we would ever consider selling the instruction sheets separately, because then it would kind of like make the subscription box pointless. You would just go and pick all of that. And it might be kind of tedious, like to I don't know. It's for the convenience of putting it together in a box and sending it to you guys. So I don't think we would ever be interested in selling the instruction sheets separate. It's what makes the big box of blanks special, is that they come with that. Pam says, I love it because I sit with my mom 3 days a week. So it's so much easier to pack up and take it with me and having the list of everything. I love that you're using in that way, Pam. That's awesome. And I'm sure your mom probably enjoys knowing that you're sitting over there painting. Maybe she gets to watch you paint, which a lot of people really enjoy watching me paint. So I could see how she might enjoy that. How do we send the pictures? Ruth, you can text me pictures. You can email them in to us. You can post them in our Painters Clubhouse group or in our free group. There's actually instructions on the front side of that supply list that tell you where to share your photos too. Diana says, hang on. Let me go to Kathy's. It was first. Do you offer a discount if we pay for the whole year at once? No, we're not able to do that, Kathy, because we have the pricing so dialed in right now to the cheapest that we're able to offer. So at this time, we don't offer that. But the paying yearly is a bit of a convenience to some people because they might have the money now, but they might not have the money 3 months from now, 6 months from now. So that's why we offer the annual option, is just because some people prefer to just pay up front and know that it's taken care of. Diana says, if you subscribe to the big box and you can't find that you can't afford it, can you cancel? Absolutely. Yeah. Just email our customer service and they will take care of that. Is the Painters Clubhouse open? Yes, Lynn. It's open all the time these days. So if at any point you want to join, you can just go to paintersclubhouse.com. All right, y'all, that is everything that I needed to share with you guys today. Just a little reminder, there are also 5 brand new designs added to our shop today. I showed these at the beginning of the live and asked which one was your favorite. So if you weren't able to tell me earlier which one was your favorite, drop that in the comments now. And I'm having a hard time deciding which one I'm going to paint on Tuesday of next week. So usually I take that based on which ones were like best sellers in the shop. And so I don't know. Maybe you guys need to tell me which one should I paint on Tuesday. I'm having a hard time deciding because they're all pretty cute. Thank you for that, Mary. Judy says the pink one, the Hello Daisy. Is that the one you're talking about? Joanne likes keep going, keep growing. I want to start offering more door hangers with 3D pieces too. So that's on my radar. I'm definitely going to start doing that. I don't know how soon we'll be able to start doing that. But we finally have things set up in the shop to the point where the guys can handle 3D pieces a lot easier than they used to. So I'm excited about that. Is there a cost to be in the Painters Clubhouse? Yeah, it's $47 a month. Lots of people are voting for that pink one. You love them all. It's hard to decide. Well, thank you guys for joining me today. Go grab those new designs in the shop while they're on sale this weekend, or sign up for the big box of blanks. I will be live late tonight. My son's got baseball tonight, baseball game. So I'll be live probably around 8 or 8:30, maybe even 9 p.m., depending on what time we get back from baseball. But just a chance to remind you guys at the last minute to join if you missed out on it. So even if you're watching on the replay, come say hi to me. Y'all have a good day. Bye.